What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everyone that's tuning in. I want to talk about Courtney Clenney. I've spoken about her before. She is the Onlyfans model who took the life of her boyfriend, and she tried to claim that it was self-defense, but she was arrested for taking his life, and the authorities there don't believe that it was self-defense at all. Now, she has a history of being violent towards Christian Obumseli. That's his name. These are two young people that probably should have separated for the better. But I'm going to tell you why they may not have separated. See, when you give a true narcissist, and these women love to throw around the word narcissist, right? But you have narcissistic women too. Women love to call men that they deal with narcissists. You have a lot of narcissistic women as well who get off on control, especially control in regards to their spouse. And what seemed like was happening, and I'm going to show you the article here, there was a video that came out of her beating up on him in the elevator. She was putting her hands on him in the elevator, and it was caught on video. And according to this article, she may have slashed his face weeks before taking his life. Now, is this the act of a woman that claims that she's the one being abused? No, this woman was being abusive to him. You can ask his friends, and his friends are Caucasian, right? They have no reason to side with him, right? According to a lot of people's logic. But they sided with him, and they said that she was the toxic one in the relationship from things that they saw. And this elevator video also proves that this woman was very violent towards Christian, putting her hands on Christian, and that's why I feel like Christian should have left her alone. But what happens is these women can bring us in a false sense of love, right? A false sense of appreciation. What I say is that I have no doubt that he may have wanted to distance himself from her, but she might have pulled him back in. And I believe the reason why he lost his life was because he wanted to stop dealing with her completely. But a woman who likes to have control, she was not going to allow that. She was not going to allow him to just walk away. And that's why she took his life and then tried to claim it was self-defense. I'm not saying, because I've looked at all the different scenarios in this situation, and I'm not saying that Christian didn't participate in this toxic relationship. I'm sure he had his moments, but that doesn't mean he should lose his life. And all the evidence points to her being the violent one, her being the manipulative, controlling one. After this dude lost his life, she was back to posting on OnlyFans. Like, I'm telling you right now, man, these two should have separated from each other. They should have separated from each other, but they didn't. Or I believe they did kind of separate at one point, may have gotten back together, but this shouldn't have gotten to this point. All indications is that Courtney is the violent one. Courtney is the cause of Christian losing his life. That just can't be ignored. And what was funny is that you have other women. Kanye West's ex, her name is Julia. She's an actress. She ran to her defense, right? Because all women are innocent and all men are bad, right? According to these heifers. That's why they can't keep one. So let's get into this article here from Euroweb. More disturbing details. Oh yeah. She was caught also calling him the N-word. She was caught calling him the N-word. And let's get into it. More disturbing details have been revealed about the toxic relationship between OnlyFans model Courtney Clenney and her now deceased boyfriend Christian Obumseli. According to a video recorded by Christian himself, Courtney called him the N-word multiple times during a heated argument months before the tragic incident. Police were able to retrieve the video from Christian's phone as evidence for the murder case in which Courtney is being charged with second-degree murder. In the audio, the two were engaged in an extremely heated argument. Courtney was hurling racial slurs as she screamed and cursed at Christian because he didn't tell her about saying hello to a woman they knew while riding a bicycle. Are you serious? So you had a heated conversation with him because he said hello to a woman that they knew. He said hello to her. I told you, man, ain't no way this woman is a victim of anything except for herself. Christian attempts to apologize, but Courtney just continues to degrade him. You brothers that date white women, do not take this shit. I don't care how good she looks. I'm telling you right now. The video definitely is a crucial piece of evidence for the investigation into the incident. Courtney has already pleaded self-defense despite prosecutors charging her with second-degree murder. So see how it plays out in court. I would play the video here, but I'm not going to because it may have, things in it, and I don't want to put that here. But y'all, I can link you to it. You could definitely go and check it out. This woman did it. She was the aggressor, and all the evidence points to her being the reason why Christian lost his life. This woman is a true narcissist. This woman is the violent one. This woman loved the control she had over this guy, to be able to talk to him any kind of way and treat him any kind of way. It was as if he was her property. That's how she treated him. And you dudes have got to have higher self-esteem about yourself. I'm not saying Christian didn't, but this ain't the first time she's acted like this. I'm pretty sure she's acted like this a lot, but she was always able to get him to come back. When women show you who they are, you need to believe them. That goes with anybody. And it's clear that this female liked having control over him and talking to him any kind of way. She felt like because of her looks that she'll always be able to treat this guy any type of way. You have to be careful, man. If a woman doesn't have any respect for you, you need to let her go. And when a woman puts her hands on you and tries to degrade you, she definitely doesn't have any respect for you. Okay. Let's go to this Fox News article real quick. The slain boyfriend of Miami social media star Courtney Clenney accused her of horrific physical and verbal abuse weeks before she ultimately took his life in explosive new texts that were revealed. "Is love going to kill me?" Christian Obumseli wrote in a haunting February 28th message to Clenney, telling her he feels stupid for staying with her after she cheated on him and allegedly slashed him in the face. So not only is she being disrespectful towards him, she was also cheating on him, and he stayed with her anyway. Less than 1 month later, the 27-year-old cryptocurrency trader would be dead. It would take authorities more than 4 months to charge Clenney with one count of second-degree murder for plunging a knife into his chest April 3rd inside their luxury high-rise apartment. In text exchange released Thursday by the Miami-Dade State Attorney's Office, Obumseli described himself as a battered man. That is sad, man. That is sad. It really is. But again, this is why the red pill philosophy is very important. And this is why they want to eradicate the red pill philosophy, because true red pill philosophy changes the lives of men. So you never have to deal with these toxic women. But they want to eradicate it. They want to cancel it. They want to cancel any men that are telling other men the type of women you should stay away from. This is what they want to do. They want you to deal with these toxic women that they have groomed to be destructive in our society. Courtney Clenney was groomed to be a danger in our society. Like most of these liberal women, especially you liberal white women, you have been groomed to be destructive. And look at the destruction that she has caused. not only to Christian, his family, but also to herself. This is a woman that was already an OnlyFans model, probably an escort. I would not doubt it, because there's a video of her hanging out in a hotel bar with some older guy, probably one of her tricks, right? One of her sponsors. She probably had that's what he had to deal with. When you dealing with these, and people say, "How you know she liberal?" She liberal. You got these liberal heifers who are a danger to society. And this is why you should never try to wife women like this. Women like this are not to be wifed. They will show you who they truly are. He described himself as a battered man. Unbelievable. He says, like, I honestly feel like shit. My face feels effed. The front and back, he wrote. I always think about, damn, man, okay, Christian, you took all this. Why? Because you love her. Okay, time after time after time after time, I tell you, hey, please, like, you're hurting me. And yes, you'll say yeah, but then it just repeats. Like, what if the knife sliced my lips and it wasn't sliced by my head, by my beard, my cheek, my eye? What might happen next? The pair had a volatile 2-year romance, which Miami-Dade State's Attorney Catherine Fernandez Rundle described as extremely tempestuous and combative. Police had been called so many times to their $10,000 a month apartment for domestic disturbance, and management was trying to evict them. According to the prosecutor, Obumseli said the alleged face slashing left him with $4,000 bills and his self-esteem in tatters. Gentlemen, I need y'all to wake up. I need y'all to wake up. His life was he ultimately lost his life to a completely mentally unstable heifer who needs to be incarcerated for a very long time. How many other men has this heifer put her hands on? Is it just a Christian? Is it something about Christian that she just doesn't like? Did she date him because she didn't have any better options? Was he just somebody that was good for her business? Good for her social life? Maybe Christian helped her in certain ways that benefited her. It doesn't seem like she cared much about him at all. It really don't. So I think she's better off in jail than out here free to go and screw up some other man's life. February was the worst month I had so far, he wrote. I got cheated on. I got called that word again. I got slapped in my stitches that has reopened multiple times. Despite all of this, he told her he still loves her regardless of what I went through. The first person that I want to see was you, the message says. Listen, I would say this is pathetic, but I can't. It's sad. It really is. Like, honestly, think to yourself, like, damn, like, I cut this person's face. I have stabbed him. He wrote, your boyfriend's black and you're calling him that. Your boyfriend isn't dirt. Why are you spitting on him? Wow. Clenney, who goes by Courtney Taylor on Instagram, where she has 2 million followers, responded dismissively. Got your text on hold with the passport people. She wrote, I'm sorry you feeling this way. She added in another text. In audio recordings released Wednesday, Clenney can be heard hurling racial slurs at Obumseli as he repeatedly apologizes to her. She was also captured elevator surveillance footage attacking him as he tries to restrain her. Her attorney Frank and Sabrina, her attorneys, have argued that she acted in self-defense. No, she didn't. This woman is a violent heifer who needs to be behind bars, okay? Christian was a good guy that got caught up with the wrong heifer. But there's a lot of women like this. This ain't the minority. This is becoming more and more the majority. Women like Courtney hate good men. And it seems like Christian was a good guy They got caught up with a heifer, a plastic heifer. Then they went and got some work done. Okay. And she's trying to be a socialite, social media famous. When she, she's a wannabe, right? And she saw Christian as a good guy that she really didn't even want to be with. If she truly cared about Christian, she would have never put her hands on him, and she would have never called him the N-word. You see, you got these low self-esteem Beckys. You see, she's a low self-esteem Becky that can't get the white guy she wants, so she settles for black dudes, unfortunately. You have to see that. See, I see that. I know the white the white heifers. I know the white heifers that only date black guys because they can't get a white guy. Right? Because there are certain white guys that have a certain type, right? They can't get the white guy they want, so they date black guys. This is her. I think she dates Christian because it's good for her business to go on podcasts and meet rappers and athletes. I think she used to screw athletes. That's what she is. Women like this, you don't wife them. Okay, you keep them in the side chick zone. Okay, you never wife them up, and you keep them in the side chick zone, and that's where she needs to be, because obviously she feels like she ain't shit. So any man that wants to date her must be the same. And that's what you have here with these low self-esteem heifers who need to be behind bars. They don't need to be free. So let me stay in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'll see y'all next one.